it about this guy? When I feel his love, I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Apparently, you're the reason that this movie's different than every other Ted Bundy movie, because we're going through your character into it. Carrying a lot of weight into the flick, is that like something when you read, you go, oh great, it's more about me, or is it like, oh crap, how do I have to sell this?
Well, I think the most interesting part about it is that she's still alive. Her and her daughter are still alive, and we had the pleasure of, Joe and I traveled to see her, but she also visited set. But this was a story told, through the eyes of a victim who is still with us, which is rare, especially a character like Ted Bundy. And so to play a woman who not many people know even existed, let alone still exists, was a really powerful thing for me as a young woman.
My whole life, I've seen Ted Bundy pictures, and I've seen Ted Bundy media and stuff. They've made movies of him. They always present him as like, he was so attractive and my whole life I was like, no, he's not. You, on the other hand, are the most Ted Bundy on the planet. I think you're overplaying this, man. I don't, what was it like to be called and said, hey, Troy Bolton, come here, be a wildcat over here?
The last thing I wanted was to do something that seemed like a desperate move to not be Troy Bolton anymore. Because, I love Troy Bolton. Bro. It's been years, but I love that dude. And I didn't want to make a movie that was like running around or glorifying a killer, hacking, slashing. That's not really my thing. I've seen that movie 100 times. But this is much more interesting and goes into the psyche of really two very interesting people. Everyone has a moment in life when they feel a bit, or they're kind of in a situation where they're like Liz. They feel like they know somebody and they don't entirely. But every once in a while, you meet somebody who just does it so well and you are blown away that you didn't know who that person was. What makes them operate? What makes them tick? Do they really love? What the hell's going on? How is this possible?
I am innocent. You don't actually believe this garbage, do you?
It's in all the papers, Ted.
Ted! Monkey! Oh!
America has 5% of the world's population, but 67% of the world's serial killers. Despite all of those serial killers, the one that rises to the top is Bundy. So people know a lot about Bundy, but the thing about Bundy is that he was so charming and seductive. People just couldn't believe he was capable of that stuff, and that's what this movie is about.
You, sir, this seems like the first movie in a long time where you could literally get away with saying, I see dead people.
Jerry, I think, is an invented character who is just sort of in the position of trying to pull Liz out of the Bundy black hole and just sort of try to get her to envision a life beyond him. And it was crazy because my first day on set, I had this intense phone conversation with Zac on the other line in the house when he calls Liz at home, and then we had all of our big showdown
in
scenes
days.
in the first couple hours of getting to
Things
set.
got violent.
They did. It was crazy. There was improv, but it's a wonderful group of people working under extreme weather and schedule constraints. And I just had a blast the whole time I was there.
You are the person that starts telling her that he is a bad guy, am I correct? But when I look at you, all I see is Westworld, man. You were phenomenal, phenomenal on Westworld.
Thank you so much.
How did you come to this project?
Well, I had the pleasure of meeting Joe Berlinger on a documentary that he was filming during a film that I was doing. I was very, very interested because it's the psychological point of view of looking at someone that seems ordinary, and it's the real question of, can we see the truth about someone when you first meet them? And to be the voice of reason in a way in the film was very empowering for me as a woman, because I find all the characters that I play are there for a reason, like Clementine. They do give me gifts. I love that I got to play that part in this film because it also changed me.